If you're watching this video right now because you're about to take your first calculus course, let me start by telling you that it's not that bad. This is simply the next and possibly last math course of your educational career, so let's look at how you can thrive in this class. We'll start by talking about what you should review before calculus starts. First, the unit circle. I don't know about you, but my pre-calc teacher had us memorize the unit circle for a test, and that was single-handedly the best thing I walked away from pre-calc with. Being able to recall all of the information that the unit circle provides will make calculus dramatically easier because you won't be fumbling to look up a picture of the unit circle every 5 minutes. If you can just memorize 1/4 of the unit circle, you can use deductive reasoning to figure out the rest of the unit circle. The next thing that's good to know are your trig identities. I'll be honest, and this might upset some people, but knowing these are not as important. Spoken as someone who did not remember any of them going into calc, I can say that you'll be able to survive without knowing them. That said, I also know how much easier the class would have been had I just taken the time to familiarize myself with the identities. I'm not saying you need to know all of them, but would it be helpful to know that sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1, for example? But now let's look at how to survive in this class. This might be obvious, but for God's sake, please just ask questions when you're confused. I don't care if you think it makes you look stupid. Asking 99 questions, if it means that you'll finally understand on your 100th attempt, is not stupid. What's stupid is never asking questions and then regretting that decision when you're staring at a test that you don't know the answers to. Alright, my next tip is to use outside resources. People learn differently. There's nothing wrong with that. If your teacher isn't cutting it, go to Khan Academy. Go to YouTube channels such as yours truly, or better yet, work with your classmates. School is not a competition. You and your classmates will be each other's best resource. My next tip is obvious. Study. Take 30 minutes to an hour out of your day to just sit and study. Read your notes. Go back through your work and make sure it makes sense to you. But Johnny, I'm a student athlete and when I get home I have other priorities. If you said or thought something along those lines, I would like you to delete Snapchat, delete Instagram, delete TikTok, unplug your TV, and still tell me you don't have 30 minutes to study. Back in my day, we didn't have distractions. We just had our imagination. We didn't mind. At least we had something. But seriously, study on the bus, study in homeroom, study before and after class when you're just sitting there doing nothing. Study during lunch, study whenever you can. One time I was studying for my first calc test, and by studying I mean watching YouTube videos of people explaining calc problems, and when I took my test, I saw that the free response question was from one of the videos I had watched the night before. Long story short, I aced that test easily. Another time I took a test and I did poorly for the first time, and by poorly I mean I got a 78. I took this as a wake-up call, and every day after that I came home, I looked up past AP Calc exams to study, and on the very next test, I went back to acing the questions. I share these anecdotes with you to show how easy it can be to succeed in calculus. This is just another math class, and it can admittedly be difficult at times, but not impossible. You just need to put in the work. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button as it will help the video reach other people, and as always, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you learned something.